It's Nolan.
Now, before we get started, make sure y'all hitting that like button. Make sure y'all sharing it on your respective platforms. Let somebody know what we're doing today. Now, let's get into the show. There's a reason rappers can turn any story into a hit track. Just like there's a reason Morgan & Morgan is America's largest injury law firm with over 1,000 attorneys and more than 100 offices nationwide. If you've been seriously injured in an accident, your case could be worth millions. But the truth is, a lot of people either don't file at all or get taken advantage of by insurance companies. When you hire Morgan & Morgan, it's like hiring a legal army that has your back. If you're injured because of someone else's negligence, you deserve to be paid. No shortcuts, no lowball offers. In fact, they've secured some major verdicts in the past. For example, in Florida, they got a victim who was in a life-altering car crash, $12 million. 34 times the highest insurance offer. They got another victim in Philadelphia, $26 million. 40 times the highest insurance offer. Not all law firms are created equal. Morgan & Morgan is the biggest for a reason. They will fight for the biggest award possible and have won a lot. So if you're ever injured, you can check out Morgan & Morgan. Their fee is free unless you win. That's right, no upfront costs. They only get paid if you get paid. You can start your claim now by clicking the link in the description or by scanning the QR code on screen from your phone's camera. Again, if you find yourself injured, you can check out Morgan & Morgan. Don't say I never told you nothing, man. What's going on, beautiful people? It's the kid J Nolan here. Welcome back to another episode of Inside the Industry, your number one source for music, entertainment, commentary, and breakdowns. Hope y'all doing well out there this evening. In this video, we're going to be getting into the game once more. Now, y'all know on Friday, he just released his new mixtape with DJ Drama. It's a Gangsta Grrrls. Every movie needs a trailer or something like that. It's a mixtape before the album. I believe the album Documentary 3 will be out. I saw some people out there that was like, where's the Crack Music 2 record? This mixtape was completely produced by Mike and Keys. So I'm pretty sure if there's a Crack Music 2 over the beat, Crack Music from Kanye's Late Registration, that will be a Kanye beat. So that's probably going to be on the album because the mixtape is completely just Mike and Keys going in the studio with Game. And apparently Problem was in the studio or around for some of this as well, as he works very closely with Mike and Keys also. And he plays a role in this situation as well, okay? So more than the music itself, people are talking about this mixtape because on a few songs, we hear the Game mentioning Kendrick Lamar's name and also Drake's name. And on most of the songs where he mentions Kendrick Lamar's name, he also mentions Drake or makes reference to Drake in some form or fashion. It's probably one of the only reasons why people listened to this project was to see, is he going to say something about Kendrick or not? People are definitely listening very intently and closely to try to find the shots. Because a lot of people really want to see Kendrick go against Game and obliterate him. That's what people want to see. Do I want to see it? Not necessarily. I don't want to see no back and forth battle between Kendrick and Game personally. Because if you think Aubrey didn't know how to take an L, even if Kendrick gets the best of him, which I think in 2025, 26, he probably will. You know what I'm saying? Actually, I really don't know a year other than maybe 2005 or 6, because that was Game at his like most potent diss records, where Kendrick would have an issue getting that Game. Game can rap, Game can diss, but we're so accustomed to his style, the way he puts his bars together, his name drops, that they just don't have that punch in it no more. That style, we've heard him do it so many times, it just doesn't hit. But the problem is, if Kendrick were to go against Game and dust him off, we would be hearing about it from Game for the next 10 years. Every freestyle, every album, every mixtape, every single, every interview. You ain't never gonna see that nigga stop talking about. He already mentions the nigga enough on every project. Just imagine if they were to battle. Fuck that. One that just Pusha T, who was just out here saying niggas used to get bodied and have no careers left after the motherfucking diss records, and then niggas get to keep trying it and retrying it and retrying it. Just imagine if you put Chuck in that position. Hell no. So, again, there's a couple records that have people questioning whether or not he was dissing, paying homage, or just trying to be provocative to get people to listen, which I would go with choice number 3, but you're open to believe and feel how you want. So here we are on Hot New Hip Hop. They say the Game's fans question Kendrick Lamar diss rumors from new mixtape. I don't know why y'all labeled it the Game's fans. I mean, I know Game got fans, but come on, man. They say while some may be quick to pit the Game against Kendrick Lamar, it's clearly a lot more complicated and vague than that. The Game just dropped his new Mike and Keys produced Gangsta Grrrls mixtape, Every Movie Needs a Trailer, and his bars caught a lot of attention. One particular track caused a stir due to its reference to Candace Owens, but a handful of other ones fueled long-standing Kendrick Lamar beef rumors. All right, and that song in question about Candace Owens is literally called The Assassination of Candace Owens. So clearly he's doing clickbait with his mixtape. Before we get into that, though, a massive grain of salt is in order. After all, the Game just spoke on Kendrick Lamar during a recent interview claiming he wanted to sign him back in the day, which was proven to be false. Also, Jayceon Taylor ranked K-Dot above him on his best Los Angeles rappers list, and he has been very praiseful to the former TDE artist many times in the past. That is a fact. I believe that list came out, what was it, last year? Still, the Game's solid relationship with Kendrick's sworn rival Drake, plus a few battle-related discrepancies here and there, have fueled a lot of speculation that he actually dislikes Lamar or is going at him for whatever reason. As for what's new with this new mixtape, Yo EQTV, shout out, provided a few theories on Twitter. While there are some interesting interpretations and coincidences, at the end of the day, it's very unlikely that any of these were intentional shots. Hot New Hip Hop says they not rolling. All right. So here we have Yo EQTV saying, is Game making fun of Kendrick Lamar on his Left Out record by using his flow and insinuating that Kendrick felt left out? I can't play the music, but I'll play just a snippet if I can. Let me see what we can do here. Ah, shit. So here's a little piece of one.
Fuck both you niggas, now nobody wins. You following trends, I'm going with the win.
All right, so he says, fuck both of you niggas, nobody wins. So people are thinking that that's an aim at both Kendrick and Drake. Of course, he's got ties to both of them. How strong those ties are, I can't speak. But he says, fuck both of you niggas, now nobody wins. Which he can't even be he doesn't even make that decision. But clearly, I don't think that's literal, him saying fuck both of you, because again, he been riding with Drake for years. He been connected with Kendrick for years. I don't know if Kendrick is fucking with him. Clearly, 2T's ain't fucking with him, so there seems to be a little bit of dissension there. How deep that goes, I can't say. Right?
Don't wanna hang with you niggas, my arm in the rim. And what's a Vince Carter to Kobe, nigga?
What's a Vince Carter to Kobe, nigga? You said your arm in the rim. You gotta get your references right if you're gonna do them, gang. You said, I don't want to hang with you niggas, my arm in the rim, which is a Vince Carter dunk. And then you say, what's a Vince Carter to a Kobe? Well, you called yourself Vince Carter, nigga. What are you talking about?
And after I died, you can't hold me, nigga. Stop calling me bro, we ain't homies, nigga.
He said, stop calling me bro, we ain't homies, nigga. I don't recall the last time Kendrick called him bro. Let's go to the second snippet here.
All that snooping around must be the veggies. I'm the only one pistol whipping legends. Already pulled the trigger when I said it.
All right, I don't know what legend he pistol whipped. Y'all could tell me. Once again, I'm just listening to what EQTV is posting. I know he had that fight with, what was it, 40 Glock years ago. And 40 Glock claims that, the reason why Game was even able to get that one up on him in that fight was because Game was making it seem like he was just punching on him. And he was like, man, nigga, behind the camera, y'all had a gun pointed at me, nigga. Y'all, which y'all wanted me to fight back and get killed and shot on fucking camera? It was survival. So I don't know what legend Game pistol with.
Cause I just mixed the liquor with Excedrin. Hop in the car with Mike Conception, killing with my leg.
And of course, we just heard the which of course is from Like That. See some people out there saying that this is like a bootleg Mr. Morale. All I can say is that it's not that much of a compelling track. When I heard it on the mixtape, I actually skipped it before I even got to any of this stuff. I ain't gonna lie. I'm an impatient listener these days. If music don't capture me within the first minute, I'm skipping that bitch. If your cadence ain't gelling with the beat right, I'm skipping that bitch. If you a rapper, and your raps ain't catching me the way your raps used to, I'm probably skipping that bitch. You know, I ain't gonna lie. I'm not. It's where I am today. Maybe 2026, I'll have more patience. But today, as a creator, as a father, as a husband, you know what I'm saying? As a family nigga, you gonna have to do something to make me take time from my family to give a fuck about what you're doing. This ain't it. But that was a series of lines and a cadence that we know is from Kendrick. The rest of it, somebody said it was a Kendrick flow. Well, actually, Yo EQTV said that. I don't feel like that was a Kendrick flow at all, but that piece definitely was Kendrick. And here's the lyrics in quotes. F your album, we don't want to hear it. I'm speaking in tongues, I got the spirit. That could be aimed at anybody. F you, man, who said when? F both of you guys, now nobody wins. That's the part we heard. You following trends, I'm gone with the wind. What trends was Kendrick following? I don't want to hang with you niggas, my arm in the rim. And what a Vince Carter to it? We already went to that. You called yourself Vince Carter by doing the dunk. Even after I die, you can't hold me. Stop calling me bro, we ain't homies. And if you live on the coast, you owe me. I don't feel like that's a diss. It's well known that when the West Coast was in we'll just call it a slump, the Game was the torchbearer. You know what I'm saying? Outside of Snoop being the big shit. The rest of the coast was on a downward slope, and Game carried that torch. We can't act like that didn't happen. So if he says, if you live on the coast, you owe me, it is what it is. And Kendrick, throughout his time in the industry, he's given Game that credit. So I don't think that's a shot. For all the things I showed you, you not Tyrese, you Jody. All that snooping around must be the veggies. I'm the only one pistol whipping legends. And to say you're not Tyrese, you Jody, and all that snooping around, baby boy, and all that shit, I don't know. Snoop could take offense to it too. So here we have another song from Game, another snippet. Yo EQTV says, is Game asking for Kendrick Lamar to diss him after he calls himself the king of LA, and that the other man that calls himself that won't do nothing about it? Okay? Let's get to this. And I got to split it up and stop it and go and stuff like that for copyright reasons. I know people be getting irritated, but fuck, man. Where you been at? It's YouTube, baby. I can't be the only one that does this.
Turn down smoke, I don't turn up niggas' albums. First niggas was scared of my brother, so I start pulling up without him.
Alright. I pulled up, niggas was scared of my brother, so I started pulling up without him. Of course, we know his brother, Big Face, who actually got him down with the set and all that stuff. He was banging first. I think they had another brother that was also down. And of course, we know Game is from one neighborhood. He went to the other side. You know, things that I don't need to be touching on, but he raps about it.
Los Angeles king, show me a rooftop, I shout it. And the nigga y'all thought was king ain't gonna do nothing about it.
All right, nigga y'all thought was king ain't gonna do nothing about it, right? So there's some people out there that are trying to make the connection that Kendrick's the king of LA, and Game is saying the nigga y'all think is king of LA ain't gonna do nothing about it because I'm the real one. You know what I mean? Again, you could put that together. You could believe that if you want to. I just feel like if Game was really dissing, it would be better than this mid-ass shit. I thought the whole mixtape was mid, honestly. Very good production from Mike and Keys, though. That was the highlight of the tape, was the production. The raps, I feel like he really, really, really scaled back the rapping. It's just very average. And because it's coming out of Game's mouth and he has fans, people are hyping it up like it's good rap. It's decent. Decent rap from a nigga you've grown familiar with, but nothing special. Okay? So that's another piece. And last but not least, we got Yo EQ TV once again saying the Game using a Drake reference in new song, America's Nightmare, and calling out fake streams. Is he shooting shots at Kendrick Lamar since Game has been Team Drake? Drake just got called out for fake streams 2 weeks ago. 30 billion to be exact, or something like that, right? Or was it 300 billion? It was one of them motherfuckers. So I wouldn't just put that directly on Kendrick. Because as much as niggas have tried to say Kendrick got fake streams, he ain't the one being called out or being put inside. Well, he got put inside Drake's lawsuit, which was tossed. Okay, so what's this? I'm out here looking for revenge, chrome Benz, chrome rims, riding around with this Drake, no friends, okay? And of course, the Drake, the Draco, but then Drake, no friends, no new friends, no. No spins, fuck the radio, nigga, and fuck the club. Fuck your fashion over fit, fuck all that cap and fake love. We already know Kendrick Lamar ain't wearing no fashion over fit, so who would that fit to? Fuck the dap and fake hugs. Fuck these apps and fake thugs, fake ass followers, fake ass streams, and fake buzz. He's talking about the industry in general. Fake ass followers, fake ass streams, and fake buzz. Even if you wanted to somehow say Kendrick got fake streams, he got fake followers and fake buzz. The nigga who been doing this shit for 14 years now? #1 album every time out the gate? Can't be. Fake beefs on podcasts, fake Crips and fake Bloods. I would think that's more of a shot at like No Jumper. You know what I'm saying? Fake chains. All you niggas do is rap and take drugs. That's definitely not a shot at Kendrick. We seen the way that nigga Diamonds was dancing at the motherfucking Grammys. That nigga shit was going crazy. So I feel like a lot of this is much to do about nothing. I gotta be honest. I wear red rags and hot rags. Up and down Slauson. I'm Westside connected. This Compton proceed with caution. Right? Nothing there. Fuck, I look like ducking smoke. I'm already halfway to my coffin. So what's a Grammy to a nigga out here spinning jets? That could be perceived as a shot. But people diss the Grammys all the time. If you went through the whole lexicon of hip-hop dissing the Grammys, we would have a nice mixtape. And what's an internet troll to a nigga who grew up without the internet? Definitely not aimed at Dot. That sounds like he's talking to niggas on the internet. What's an internet troll talking shit to me to a nigga who grew up without the internet? Not to mention he was just G-checking Aiden Ross on that Neon stream. But I will log you off it. Keep sending threats. Put 12 dots on you and park you like that nigga G and X. Put 12 dots on you and park you like that nigga G and X. That's not a diss at Dot. Put 12 dots on you and park you like that nigga G and X. That's a shout out. Cause who got parked by that G and X? Do I think Kendrick gives a fuck about the shout out? Absolutely not. But again, just based on rap disses, the ones that I come from, even the ones that Game comes from, because when he shoots at niggas, he really shoots at niggas when he feels like that. I just think he knows people are going to read into it and it's going to get people to listen. That's how I feel about it. And that's how I felt about it since it dropped. I listened to the mixtape on Friday when it dropped because just like everybody else, I wanted to see what was going to happen, what he was going to say. And not only was I not all that impressed by what he had to say throughout the whole tape, I didn't feel like none of the Kendrick references and Drake references were all that compelling, but I knew it was going to happen. So here we have Jason Martin, aka Problem, who is very close with Kendrick. We seen him perform at the Pop Out even when Game wasn't there. He's been in the camp. He's been in the camp with Terrace Martin. He's embedded in the situation. Please don't try to discredit Jason Martin because you don't agree with his take. He says, I'm watching y'all try to paint beef narratives. It ain't happening on my watch. Stop with the BS. Enjoy the music. Compton. All right? So he comes out and says, dog, stop it. Let it go. Of course, other people may not feel that way, but he's somebody who's very fly with both parties. He's in the studio while both parties are doing their shit, and he's letting it be known, no. Now again, whatever's going on with 2T's in Game, I don't know. Whack 100 say that relationship is fractured. They not in a good place. So I don't know what that's about. But Problem says, I'm watching y'all try to paint beef narratives. It ain't happening. Let it go. Not happening. Right? We also got, what's the name? Hitter J3 came out and he's addressing it as well. Hitter J3 says, Dot ain't ever claimed the king of LA. Right? Now, you could say he was crowned the king of LA 2009, passing of the torch or what have you. But he says Dot ain't ever claimed the king of LA. And we all know if anybody's going to ride for Kendrick Lamar, win, lose, draw, look crazy or not, it's typically going to be Hitter J3. Okay? So there's that. I don't know if Game got smoke with Snoop. Some lines on there could have been perceived as slights at Snoop also. But I personally believe that he was just talking shit and he knew that it was going to get people talking and get eyes and ears on this mixtape because let's be clear, Game knows he's not in the space he used to be. He doesn't have the machine. He don't got Dre. He don't got Interscope backing him. He don't have any major cosigns. The last cosign he had was Kanye, and we don't even see them together like that no more. That was an era that came and went. So we don't see Game really standing next to anybody of major influence at this point in his career. So he needs people to check out his mixtape and his music by any means necessary. And typically that's going to be by using names that are notable enough to get people to be like, whoa, what's that? But do I think it's real? No. Now, one might say, well, who's to say that Kendrick Lamar takes kindly to this? Does he like it? Maybe not. But Game been playing with Dot's name since before Documentary 2 came out. And who was on that album? Kendrick. Who played with his name after it? Game. So I think he's pretty accustomed to Game's formula. I don't think there's gonna be no battle or no diss or nothing like that. It's all good, people. And when I say it's all good, I don't mean that it's necessarily all good. I just don't think we're gonna get anything deeper. I know hip hop is a sport. Shout out to Screwface John. Hip hop is competitive. Everybody wants to see a battle. Everybody wants to see the next beef. Because let's be clear, hip hop hasn't been as interesting as it was with the previous beef. It's still going. It fed families for 2 years straight. I get it. But even if it were to happen, it would not be as entertaining. I'm gonna be honest. And it's Game's fault because he's not in our conversation like that at this point. Kendrick could literally put a bar on his next album that flips the game in some type of way, and that would be the end of it. Game can rap, Game could battle, Game could do all that. He could drop diss records till he's blue in the face. it's still not going to be the same. All right? That's my take on it. I'm responsible for my own words. You are responsible for yours and your own thoughts. We can disagree. It's all good. I'll catch y'all on the next one. Be sure to like and share this video. If this is your first time seeing me on YouTube, go ahead and subscribe to the channel, become an insider. I'll see y'all in a minute, man. Much love and respect, though. Peace.
Yeah, family over fame in this bitch, yeah. The glory of living righteous is setting in. My street knowledge and education's a perfect blend. Young mogul, independent, I've been setting trends. The first one from my family to be faithfully wed. Fuck niggas and the horses that they riding on. I see this shit from all angles like a polygon. I'm never politicking, the drama be piling on. Father and great son acknowledged like I'm Bobby Bonds. Conversation with my lady about the paper route. 5 sit bank accounts, every day I make it count. They down talking my commentary for hating now. Well, I can take it cause I'm bodying your favorite now, please. I can do this shit in my sleep. I been writing for these niggas, y'all read it and weep. I been fighting these niggas if you speak on the street. I'll turn your birthday party into New Year's Eve. Don't let me take it there. We ain't playing fair. This the ATL, Southside nigga moving furniture like Wayfair. Life on hold, no insurance for your healthcare. Lifeline gone, so you wanna be a millionaire? Well, let me tell you about this world I built. The women I dodged, the niggas that I read for filth. The sympathy